Hey, my YouTube friends, how are you guys doing? So, I have a question to ask you. Do you live a life with a purpose? Or are you just living life? Are you just sitting in that sidelines and just watching people play as you try, but you're too scared? So, that's what this video is about, living a life with a purpose. So, come on and let's get to it. And if you like my videos and you are a subscriber to my channel, welcome and thank you. And I hope that you guys keep watching my channel and like the things that I do, because I want to bring hope, faith, and love. And I hope that you guys are inspiring yourselves to be a better version of yourself, just like I am. I am taking a journey and learning how to be a better version of myself. And I took a leap of faith. And I feel like me doing this has transformed me into a better person. And I am much happier. I bring more joy to my life. And it's just a lot better. So with that said, do you know what you're here for? Do you know what you're meant to do in life? Are you a leader or a follower? The reason why I ask these questions is because if you never heard of the book Live a Life with a Purpose by Rick Warren, he gets it. Affirmation, he says, talks about like the affirmation that's in the Bible, which the Bible says that you were created in the womb. And he knew you before you were even born, which is true. God knew you before you were born. Like I always said, you weren't created by mistake. You wouldn't, even though you didn't get the right type of parents or whatever lifestyle you had, you weren't created by mistake. But sometimes we get so caught up in this lifestyle that we live a lifestyle that's not meant for us. Do we follow? Like, have you ever heard of the term living with the Joneses? I've seen so many people do that in my life, and I was almost, to be honest, one of them. I didn't know how, but I was going to try, and I felt losing every single time, and I was always more tired trying to figure out how to get there and failing that I just had to stop. And that's when I realized and started changing my life, because people want things now and they focus on, well, you're never going to have it, so might as well get it now. That's not the point. The point is living a life with a purpose. Learning how to be your true, authentic self. What are you here for? Finding who you truly are and what are those key things will help you succeed in life. And I always say affirmation is key. So if you believe in the universe or God or whatever it is, affirmation is key. See, you were created for something destined to greatness, and it's your job to figure out what that is. And it's your journey. We stumble along the way. And it's like I said before in my last video, your successors are your failures, and your failures will become your successors. Because at the end of the day, we all struggle with something. But if it's not working for you, then why are you doing it? Why are you wasting your time doing something it's not working for you? All people do that. They stay stuck in the same disgusting pattern, and it's like, really? Is that really working for you? I had a coworker that used to work with me, and every year she would always get the top of the line phone. Top of the line phone. Every year she had to have the latest Samsung Galaxy, and she didn't care how it cost for what she had to do to get there. She would do whatever it took to get there. And she was always broke and always complaining about it. Oh, I maxed out my credit cards. Now I can't pay that. Oh, damn, I did this. Or, oh, and condemning life. And I was just looking at her, and one day I said, why do you live like the other people? Live your life like you, and it will unfold. She goes, what do you mean by that? And I said, you're destined for greatness, and your job is to figure out what it is that you're meant to do in life. I realized that when I started making my YouTube channel, so this is what I was meant to do now. And that's why I like doing what I do. Okay, everybody, I had to take a little break and just breathe in nice air. But do you ever find yourself living a lifestyle that's not yours? Like, do you have to have the latest car or that purse that's thousands, hundreds of dollars, and the name brand clothes? That's good and all, but sometimes it's not even living your best life. See, we have to learn how do I say this? Accept our flaws, accept what we do wrong, and learn from it and move on. And affirm ourselves, and deep down in our roots reach what we're greatness for. I believe I was put into the earth to do what I do now, which is talk to you guys. And I love what I do, and I love being able to do my research and study and give you guys what I've been on my own journey, my own stumbles in life, and maybe you guys can learn from your own stumbles in life and start your own channel or whatever. Let me take this off. Quit poking me. And it's like this. We do this a lot in life. We have something always poking us and telling us, hey, you're doing things wrong. But we never listen to that quiet, still voice. Sometimes the universe or God does talk in ways, and affirmation is right in front of us. And we try so hard to live a lifestyle that's not meant for us. And yet, we miss out on those opportunities. If you're like one of those people that constantly are living in debt because you're constantly trying to live a lifestyle that's above your means, you're never going to get there living like that. See, if you find what you love and you do what you love, the rest will follow. And God even tells you himself in the Bible, obey my laws and obey my rules, and I will never forsake you, nor I will never leave you, nor I will never leave you without anything. And one of them, the verses he starts out with, don't worry. Hashtag I always put don't worry. Because it says don't worry about life. That's exactly what he's saying. What are you worrying about? For me, it took a while to figure out what I want to do with my life and how I want to become. So I wanted to become a person of inspiring hope, inspiring faith, and inspiring love, and hopefully finding people to find the best version of their own self and becoming greater than what they were before. If you understand how the law of attraction works, then you know what I'm talking about. Being your own hero, like I did in my last video, finding out who you really are is the key. I can't tell you who you have to be. You can't tell me who I have to be. I gotta find that for myself. But if I'm constantly wasting my time, trying to live like everybody else, then how am I going to be greater than anybody? See, that's what I mean. Life is nothing but a game. Are you just going to sit on the sidelines or watch everybody else play? Now, when you're sitting on the sidelines, is what I mean is that you're just watching everybody else, doing the same thing as everybody else. Or you just following everybody else's move. You will find your destiny within a little seed of grain if you just stop and do an anatomy of yourself. What are you good at? What are your goals and your ambitions? If you write things down, Rick Warren says, write them down so that affirmation can become a confirmed reality so you can see what you're great at and who do you need to be. How can you become a greater version of you if you don't study yourself? Quit studying other things that are not worth a lick. People always want to be, the best rapper of the rappers. But if you notice how, no offense to anybody who's a rapper, but if you ever pay attention to the lyrics, they always rap about the same thing: sex, drugs, and hoes. Are you going to be like one of those persons that when you're trying to make music or you're trying to make your own music, are you going to follow with the same tune? Or are you going to retune it and go with your own tune and fly? See, that is the goal. Is to not be a follower, but a leader, and finding how to be a leader within yourself. Living a life with a purpose is finding how to be your own leader so that you can lead others to lead to their own greatness. We were all destined for greatness because God created you before in the womb, and He says, I knew you while you were in your mother's womb, before you were even born. And sometimes it takes time for us to study where we come from, our environment, and how we live, and accepting those flaws. For instance, there's a lot of people that are in debt because they put themselves in debt. They threw themselves in there. And sometimes you have to take responsibility for those actions and start changing the way you view those actions, and start fixing and figuring out another technique to try to tackle those actions. There's always a will, and God will help you find that way. Or start visualizing yourself on how you're going to get yourself out of debt, and start meditating on those words and start practicing those things. Start not just meditating, but walking the walk and trying to continue to walk. I don't know if you guys know who David Ramsey is. David Ramsey is amazing. I've done videos on him and how he talks about how to snowball effect, and how you could, if you're in debt, how you can cut your debt, and how he says quit paying with credit cards or with cards. Always have cash with you and put them in envelopes, and start with that cheapest amount of debt that you have and pay it off first. And then he says, come up with $1,000 and figure out how to come up with $1,000, he says, and then keep it in a savings and put it away and do not touch it for whatever reason, because you never know. And then tackle the next credit card that's the cheapest that you can find, that you can afford to pay off first, next. And then tackle the next one that's not so expensive. And slowly but surely, you're going to start seeing your debt wipe off little by little. It takes steps, and it takes that breathing technique, taking a step back and looking out of the box instead of looking inside the box. So sometimes when you're trying to define your life and how to define your own life, you can't do it by following other people. You got to figure out what it is that you want to be in life. You are created by destiny, by greatness, and you are loved, you are cherished, and you're not a mistake. And I hope you guys find these tutorials very beneficial. See, I didn't know what I wanted to be in life, but now I do. I want to be able to inspire, so I'm trying to learn how to become my own life coach. My struggles and my failures are my motivation for becoming a better version of me. I have them written down in a scripture in a book, and I look at those and I say, okay, stop that. Okay, I stopped that. Okay, I accomplished this. I'm not longer doing that. And I always tell people one thing: you can't change people. So listen, you cannot ever change people, but you can change what can happen to you. You can change your own outcome, but you can't change people. So key note is you can't change nobody but yourself. So be the change that you want to be, and stop trying to change what you cannot change. but you can change your own outcome. Once you learn how you can change your own outcome, you'll stop allowing people to treat you the way you want to be treated. For instance, if you live in a healthy relationship, and I always tell people, the only reason why he treats you that way is because you allow it. And the only way you're not going to allow him to treat you that way is by putting a stop to it, packing your stuff. It's easier said than done, I know, because I've lived that lifestyle. Getting in your car, running away, and never looking back, and saying enough is enough, and putting a stop to it, and doing whatever means necessary to stop that person so they get it through their head. No more. You're not going to be that person. You're not going to treat me that way. No more. If it means getting a restraining order, if it means protecting yourself, it means moving out of the country, out of the state, whatever it means, that's how you do it. If it means you having to move away and remove yourself from a certain person because they were your best friends but they're too toxic, you move away and they're like, why don't you? And you stop responding to their calls. And then you finally tell them, I had enough. Enough is enough. That's how you stop people. That's how you change your outcome. It's not changing them. It's changing your own outcome. And then changing what is going to happen to you. Because sometimes other people can be the blocker of your life, of getting in the way of how you can be living your best life. Living your best life, some people got it completely wrong, and I'm not trying to judge. I had a girl tell me, you've only been with one person in your entire life? And I said, yep, I'm damn proud of it, and I still am. And I said, I believe that was the way I want to keep it. She's like, you don't want to live your best life? And I'm like, what's that? She goes, living your best life is knowing how to be with other people and just enjoying people in general. And I said, no, thank you. And I said, if that's what you call living version of your best life, then how's it working for you? I asked her one question. I said, how's it working for you? Are you happy? Are you content? And she just didn't answer me. And I said, that's not living my best life. My best life is living it to my fullest, and living it and inspiring others to be better versions of themselves. If I can create a change movement in me and others can see it, then I did something right. That is my goal. And I said, living my best life is not getting drunk every weekend and going to a party and getting wasted while I waste my life away. That is not living my best life. I'm not saying it's not okay to party and it's not okay to have a drink. But if you constantly are that type where you are constantly always in that situation, I told her, how's it working for you? Are you really genuinely, truly happy? This is how long it took her to respond to me. She couldn't answer. She just looked at me and she couldn't answer me. Because she was trying to make fun of my whole, I've only been with one man type of thing. And I didn't allow that. I said, I'm going to stop you right there politely. I didn't argue. I didn't fight words. I chose the right words. And I told her, how's your life working out for you? I said, is it really making you happy? You said it yourself. Think about it, I told her. You said you're living your best life. But yeah, is it really working for you? Are you truly, truly living your best life? Are you truly, truly, really, really happy? That was my point. And that sealed the whole conversation. Next. And that is my point, guys. So I hope you guys find these tutorials very beneficial. If you guys like my videos, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and the notification bell. I really do appreciate all of you, all of my YouTubers. I couldn't do these videos without you. You guys are my inspiration. I am learning just as much as you guys, and I hope you guys and learn to come on this journey with me and learn along with me, and hopefully something great will come out of this for you. This is what I think I was called to do, and my experiences and my struggles, and to speak for other people so that they can become a better version of themselves. I hope you guys have a great day and enjoy your guys' self. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.